Good morning, marketing team. We need to announce Dub Dub today. Well, Tim, we actually used AI to come up with the invite image. What do you think?
Wow.
It looks very colorful and fruity. I'm a big fan of Yeah? Is that supposed to be two W's? Oh. Well, I think the AI's like merging the W's together. It's kind of hard for it to be trained exactly right. Is that three V's? Or is that a V and a W and a W and a V? We're combining the W's together, so it's a quadruple U. But there's only three U's, not four. Yeah, I know, Tim, but it's meant to be an invite that feels a little bit more minimal, a bit more clean. Are we buying VW? I didn't hear about that. No, Tim, we're not. Oh, okay. All right. I'll come up with something else. I feel like this wouldn't have been a problem if you had an Apple Pencil with Apple Vision Pro. Let's begin! Apple has officially announced when their next event will take place, assuming there isn't an event in the month of April. It's possible, but most leakers were claiming that it was just going to be a site refresh for all the new iPads and potential new iPhone colors. But in case you're wondering, no, it's not out of the ordinary for Apple to announce Dub Dub several months before it actually takes place, just because it's not just an online event. There are workshops, people actually have to book hotels and arrive in Cupertino, and they host events for people and stuff. So it's typical for them to announce Dub Dub around the end of March. The thing that is a little bit out of the ordinary, though, is this is not being held on the first Monday of June. Most of the time, getting the date for Dub Dub is pretty easy. You just look at whatever the first Monday is, and that's usually when the live stream is, and then, of course, they have their conferences and workshops throughout the week. But this time, they've actually confirmed it's on June 10th, which I'm glad they're announcing this now, because we're actually trying to make some, family travel plans this summer, and I try to always make sure I'm available and able to cover all of the announcements at Dub Dub. So knowing this actually directly affected some of our travel plans. So I'm glad they announced it. But yes, in case you're wondering, this should be a very software-focused event. Greg Jaws sent out the tweet this morning, hyping up the new invite images and all the new colors, and he used the tagline that it's going to be absolutely incredible, capitalizing the A and the I. I'm usually not one to look too deep into the invite images, but I think, especially given previous comments from Tim Cook this year talking about generative AI features coming to the iPhone and the Mac and maybe the Apple Watch, but definitely not the iPad, because the iPad's not allowed to get new software features anymore. But I personally don't think there will be that much hardware necessarily to announce at this event. If there was, I suppose maybe the Mac Studio could be up for a refresh. At least the Mac Mini. We haven't heard too much about when that thing's supposed to be getting the M3 chip, but I wouldn't be surprised if most of the focus at Dub Dub is just purely going to be on how Apple is using AI to bring the iPhone to the next level and taking advantage of the neural cores that they have in-house. Apple's probably going to want to make AI a little bit their own by making more of the processing being done locally and requiring less outsourced large language models. But there's certain times if you're just searching things on the web that you kind of have to use the internet to power the model. And there's been talks that Apple is going to collaborate with Google's Gemini in order to access a lot of these cool AI features. Simultaneously, Apple's just acquired Darwin AI. Those types of reports are making me wonder if Apple really wants to make a big splash in regards to the AI field. They want to get their investors excited. They want the rest of the tech industry to know that, yeah, we're keeping up with the times. We're not going to fall behind. But if you're buying up other startups and you're collaborating with your biggest competitors, to me, that's kind of evidence that internally, at least, maybe Apple doesn't feel too confident in their own AI technology, that they want to rely on others and they're trying to buy up / collaborate with everybody they can. But at least there have been some reports in regards to other features for iOS 18 to be excited for, that you'll finally be able to rearrange the home screen the way you want to. A lot of analysts claiming that this will be the biggest iOS update of all time. I don't know if I'm ready for that, but I also don't believe it to be entirely true, because software leaks are of course very, very easy to keep under wraps and easy to keep hidden, because you don't have to outsource manufacturing to any third parties. It doesn't require like thousands of outsiders to know about some of your design changes, like Apple adding the capture button to the iPhone 16 Pro series, with case manufacturers already making cases for that. Yeah, it's kind of a hard secret to keep under wraps, but software, just a very small internal team can know about the changes, and it's very, very easy to keep that locked down. So there's all kinds of stuff that could easily be faked or changed last minute, but it should be a fairly exciting keynote. I'm excited excited to see where Apple takes this whole AI push that Tim Cook has been promising us, but going into it, no, don't expect a lot of new hardware. We're probably going to get new iPads via a site refresh in the month of April now. I'm sorry, I was really thinking we were going to get those in March. I guess they could technically launch tomorrow, but it's not looking likely at this point. We just got new MacBook Pros, so I think it's too early to refresh those. We just got the new M3 powered MacBook Airs. So best case scenario, we get an M3 Mac Mini, maybe an M3 Max and M3 Ultra in the Mac Studio. And I guess we got to make time for the Mac Pro as well. But even if they had USB-C AirPods and that kind of thing, they would probably save it for the iPhone launch until September. So let me know what you guys are most excited for at DubDub this year down in the comments down below. And thank you to everybody supporting this channel directly. It seriously helps us out a ton, as does just watching these videos. So thanks again. This is your Apple Sheep here, and I will see you all in the next one.